I've been training for over 10 years, and in that time I've definitely struggled with a few issues. Up until recently, I struggled a big time with overtraining, inflammation, lack of consistency, injuries, and a vicious cycle that just repeats itself where I'm not really seeing too much progress in the gym given how much effort I'm putting into it. I've really adapted my approach and I've introduced 3 new methods that really help me stay grounded, stay focused, and see some crazy results in the gym. And in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to do right now to optimize your training. Sleep is literally the foundation of health and performance, and this is exactly where my approach starts. So if you're someone like me who found yourself overtraining, burning out, lack of consistency in the gym, start by building a sleep routine. For me, this was the game changer. I went through vicious cycles of, as I say, overtraining, burning out. I would eat lots of stupid stuff close to bed, a lot of junk food, get like 7-8 hours of sleep thinking, oh, I'm hitting my 8 hours, that's me optimized. Wake up, repeat the process again. But what was happening there was I was so inconsistent with that. I would wake up already burnt out from the previous session or the previous day, feeling sluggish, tired, try and push through that for the next session, the next working day, whatever it may be, and just repeat on and off. And this really hampered my energy levels in the gym, really hampered my progress in the gym as a result. So this is why it's number 1 on my list. So what does that look like? So this year, especially over the last couple of years actually, I've really tried to focus in on a consistent bedtime. So what does that mean? That's going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time every day. Now, totally appreciate that's not always going to be the case, but see if you can hit that consistency every night of just rough time. So for me, that's roughly trying to go to bed for 11ish at night and waking up around 8ish during the next day, obviously. So that consistent bedtime has also trained my body so that it starts to fall asleep by 11, it starts waking up around 8 every single day. And being consistent with your sleep not just leads to higher energy levels, but you'll find that it's regulating your hormones better. And there's just a whole host of other benefits of getting a consistent night's sleep. But if you really want to take your training to the next level, sleep is where you have to start. So I want to kind of just differentiate them. So when you maybe first start in your gym program, your gym training, what you'll find is that you'll go to the gym and you just start doing workouts. You might not be following any type of plan, any progressive, consistent plan. You just start doing workouts. You might train legs, then train chest, then shoulders. And at least for me, that was the case. And I did this for years. And just, I've seen some progress, as you would just by kind of going along with the journey, but you didn't really see the progress or the results that you wanted. At least again, for me, that was the case big time a few years ago. So something I've really adapted for this year has been really structured with my training. And as I keep mentioning a word, like switching away from this idea of exercising and focusing to training. So for me, the main differentiator between them is that training has more of a purpose. And of course that comes back to like, what do you want to achieve in the gym? What do you want to achieve in life? And really focus on that element of training, not exercising. So this year I set out some big milestones, pretty much split up in kind of 3 monthly blocks of training throughout the year that all led to big results, that all led to like PBs and achieving those goals. So in the last few months I've managed to PB my deadlift, which has been pretty much stagnant for a few years, and I'm planning to redo that again this year and really aim for some big numbers. Also managed to run like the furthest I've ever ran just by training for a few months of that. I managed to hit a 15k without really trying, if I'm being quite honest. And it just comes down to that kind of planning, but that also mindset shift of focusing on like training. What is your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? What do you want to achieve from it? And getting away from that, doing the workout just willy-nilly and not really having that kind of internal motivation to really push on and see those results. So for me, training, not exercising, is the mindset shift you want to see with your programs, and that comes down to planning out, understanding your goals, understanding your mission, and executing on that to be consistent. But that only happens if you're sleeping. So sleep, prioritize sleep, and then training, not exercising, is my number 2. Fuel your performance. So this is the big one, nutrition. the one that maybe a lot of people struggle with, and I definitely have struggled with. So that's one that's really focused my attention this year. So the first two, you get them under lock and key, you will start to see results. But if you want to really unlock your full potential and optimize your training, it has to be grounded in how you're fueling your performance, how you're fueling your body. So a couple of things this means for me. It starts with protein. You're sick of hearing it, but I think just get into the mindset of having protein with every single meal and thinking protein with snacks as well. It really gets you thinking about just how much you're kind of aiming for. And for me, I try and target around 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight. So I find that in terms of gut health and digestion, this kind of range really works for me to allow me to not just perform in the gym but recover as quickly as I would like as well. So, but you can mess around with that. The literature really does vary quite a bit in terms of optimal protein ranges. So what I would encourage you to do right now is to go in a wee kind of trial and error phase. Don't just load up to 200 grams of protein per day just because some journal article or book says so. Trial and error, because for me it's not just about like maximizing your protein intake to maximize your results. There's so many other benefits in terms of considerations in terms of health that you need to worry about, and one of them is digestion. You don't want to be causing any major gut health issues and impacting your health, which can then impact your sleep and then so on and so forth, just for the sake of getting more protein. So mess around with those ranges, but something I hit is 1.5 grams per day or per kilogram per day, and that really helps me recover quickly and boost my performance in the gym, and it's seen some kind of results with that as well. The other thing is balanced meals. So when I'm saying this, I'm talking about getting plenty of colour in your diet, plenty of colour in the plate. So lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, and just really go for it. You want those nutrients, you want that fibre, and that really helped me just get a broader range of nutrition. It's not just about protein on the plate with some carbs. You really want to try and maximise your nutrient intake, and that's where the colour element comes in. And number 3, enjoy your food. Like, find things you like to eat, add to it. Think about what spices you can add, what vegetables you can add to your plate. Don't think about taking things away. And one thing that's really helped me with this is this balanced approach. I don't track calories or anything like that. I'll occasionally weigh myself just to see where I'm at, but like in terms of overall health and well-being, I rarely track anything. If anything, I'm tracking my protein intake, and I'm just eating to fuel my body. So avoiding all the processed stuff, keeping that stuff at bay, and really just targeting like the good stuff, and that's really unlocked where I'm at with my training today. I've honestly felt so much better since being super consistent with those 3 methods. I've honestly seen my training just explode. This year has been one of the best years for progress and results, and I do believe it's down to those being consistent with those 3 factors. So if you really want to take your training to the next level, please just try and implement those 3 things. If there's one of them that you're really weak with, just hammer down on it over the next couple of months. Guarantee you'll see results. And if you don't, drop me a message. But yeah, thank you so much for choosing to be here. Really appreciate it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It means a lot, just so you can stay up to date with the latest videos coming out. And I will catch you in the next one.